I got an email from somebody that I've visited with on the phone a few times in the last couple months, and they had gone into their bank to get pre-qualified for a home loan, and they told me that the loan officer told them that their debt-to-income ratio was just too high to buy a house at this time. So they were emailing me, asking me if there was anything I could do to help them, and they had some questions and stuff, and sometimes loan officers and banks don't put it to the kind of language that they understand. So they wanted to just visit with me. So I gave them a call and talked to them about an hour ago for probably 15 or 20 minutes. And the question again was, their debt-to-income ratio is too high. Basically what that means is when you add up the monthly debts, payments that actually appear on the credit report, those are things like loans, car payments, credit card payments, things like that, student loans, all those things that can appear on your credit report, and compare it to your gross monthly income, the ratio has to be within a certain guideline for the loan program, or it won't qualify for that kind of a loan. Usually the guidelines are somewhere in the neighborhood of 45%, maybe 50% of the debt to income ratio. So anyway, after talking to them, looking to see if there was anything they might be able to pay down, maybe there's a credit card that could be paid off, or they had a furniture loan with cons that it looks like they might be able to pay off and get their ratios down a little bit. And then there was a matter of a car payment. And the husband said that he had co-signed for his brother for a car. And the car payment had been in existence about a year and a half or so. And so we kind of talked about that. And I said, well, is the brother paying on the car, or what's going on with that? He said, yeah, he just needed some help. His credit wasn't really very well established, and he just needed somebody to co-sign for him. And he's making his own car payment. And so anyway, we visited about that, and come to find out, not only is the brother making the car payment on his own, he's paying it with his own funds out of his own bank account on a regular basis and has a good payment history on it. That's one of the things that we always look at when there's debts like that, is that if we can prove that the person who's the main borrower on the loan is actually the one making the payment, and it's coming out of their checking account, it's been a good pay history, coming out of their own funds, and it can be demonstrated either by canceled checks, sometimes automatic bank draft or something like that, then we might not have to count that payment against them in the ratios. And so we're exploring that. I'm getting them in with my lender, and because that banker never even mentioned anything, the loan officer at their bank. But anyway, what we find is that sometimes we can do those things. Another thing you can do sometimes is you can actually move a loan out of your name. If you've got a parent or maybe a spouse that not going to be on the loan, sometimes what you can do is have them put that payment into their name, so it doesn't show on your credit report and doesn't have to count against you in your debt-to-income ratios. So we are always exploring those kind of opportunities to help you figure out what you can do to qualify for a house, even if you've got maybe a couple more debts on there that can be taken care of one way or the other. So if you have a question about a loan and why you might not have been approved, if you want to explore what your other options might be, that's something that always makes sense, and we can help you with that. I've helped people with their debt-to-income ratio and figuring out what payments they qualified for years and years and years. I'd be glad to help you, or if you want to go straight into the lender, I'll get you to a lender that's going to be able to help you as much as they can. So anyway, I do appreciate you listening to this. I hope you think about that. If somebody hits you with a problem with your debt-to-income ratio, maybe you'll know a little more about what you're talking about and what they're talking about. And if there's anything I can do to help you, just give me a call. You can always reach me at 405-210-5319. I'm here to help you in any way that I can. If you're thinking about becoming a homeowner, hey, that's what I love to do. I love to help people become homeowners. Just give me a shout anytime. I'm always available, and I'll be glad to help you in any way that I can. Thanks again. My name is Kyle No. I'm with First United Realty. I'm here in the OKC Metro, and I want to help you become a homeowner, or maybe just somebody you know, brother or sister, whatever. Thanks for listening to the video. Bye-bye.